Benny woke up early one morning, feeling unusually calm. The sun peeked through the ice-crusted windows of his cozy home in a small penguin village near the edge of the Antarctic Ocean. Benny, a tiny little penguin with fluffy white bellies and black tuxedo coats, had always been quite timid. He often stayed close to his mother's side, preferring the warmth and safety of their den over venturing out into the cold. Today was different. As he looked outside, a feeling of excitement began to fill his heart. The air was crisp, and the ice around him shimmered like diamonds in the early sunlight. Percy Puffin, Benny's wise old mentor, approached him with a knowing look. "Benny," Percy said gently, "you have an adventure ahead of you today." Benny hesitated but nodded, feeling a mix of fear and curiosity. Luna Seal, a playful young seal who loved exploring the icy waters around them, waddled up to Benny. She had big eyes full of wonder and held out her flipper. "Want to come with me on an adventure, Benny?" Benny looked at Percy, seeking guidance. Percy patted him on the head and smiled. "Go ahead, little one. Sometimes the smallest steps lead to the biggest adventures." With a deep breath, Benny stepped closer to Luna. Together they ventured out into the icy waters. The first few moments were peaceful, just gliding along the surface of the water with Luna. But then, they encountered a group of bigger penguins who seemed unfriendly and intimidating. Benny froze, feeling small and scared. Luna nudged him gently. "Don't worry, Benny," she said softly. "Just be yourself." With her words as encouragement, Benny slowly approached the other penguins. To his surprise, they weren't as scary as he had imagined. In fact, one of them was Percy Puffin himself. Percy smiled warmly at Benny and introduced him to the group. The bigger penguins were intrigued by their young friend and began to include him in their activities. Benny learned that even though he might feel small and afraid, he could still make friends and be part of something bigger than himself. As they played and explored, the day grew longer. The sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the icy landscape. Benny looked around at the beauty of his new surroundings. The ice crystals sparkled like tiny diamonds under the setting sun. He felt proud of what he had accomplished that day, of facing his fears and making friends. As night fell, Benny and Luna decided it was time to head back home. They swam through the water together, the stars twinkling above them like distant lanterns. Benny knew now that he could face challenges and overcome his timidity. He felt a sense of accomplishment and wonder at the world around him. Arriving back at the penguin village, Benny was greeted by his mother. She wrapped her arms around him tightly, whispering words of love and encouragement. "Remember, little one," she said gently, "you are brave enough for anything." Benny nodded, feeling warm and safe in his home. As he snuggled closer to his mother, the soft sounds of the village lullabies began to play around them. The night was calm and peaceful, filled with dreams of adventure and bravery. Benny drifted off to sleep, surrounded by love and comfort, dreaming of all the wonderful things that lay ahead. Good night, little penguin. Sleep tight in your cozy nest. The world is waiting for you, full of wonders to discover. Dream of brave adventures and sweet dreams.